No matter where you go in the Asheville area, you could be south in Arden or Fletcher or Mills River, or you could be north in Weaverville or Woodfin, or you could be almost as far as Swannanoa on the east side, and Canton and Candler surround, and not even downtown Asheville can hide from Mount Pisgah. It's about 5,700 feet of elevation, but for some reason, you can see it from every section of the Asheville metro area. And every time I drive by it, or drive anywhere in that area and see it, my heart goes, I have to climb it. I haven't had a chance until now. So today, I'm going to climb Mount Pisgah. Probably the most prominent mountain in this area. It's definitely not the tallest. There's mountains like Mount Mitchell and Craig, 6,700 feet in the air. This is 1,000 feet less. But for some reason, you could see it from every direction. And there's something special about that. Out west, that's Mount Rainier, that's Mount Hood. But those are 13 and 14,000 foot mountains. So it blows my mind that a 5,700 foot mountain you could see from every direction, when there's even taller mountains even close to it, 10 miles away, 5 miles away. I mean, you're not far from the Black Balsam and Tennant Mountain and Shining Rock and all those that are all 6,000 plus. So it blows my mind. Had to come up this really windy road right here, 151. It just, I'm not a big fan of those kind of roads, but at least it was paved. Nobody else on it. I seen one person, but right here, it looks like where the trail is. Let's go get Mount Pisgah. Let's do it. Standing on the summit of Candler Knob. Just the mountains in between the trees. First summit of the day. Next will be Little Pisgah. And then Pisgah Mountain. Or Mount Pisgah. And Candler Knob is in the bag. Right, there's Pisgah Mountain. Mount Pisgah. Why do I keep saying Pisgah Mountain? Very cruisy little section here. And when I say little section, I mean like 1/10 of a mile. Nice little open meadow looking type of section. Hello, Mount Pisgah. You are soon to be mine. Here it is. Can't see much up here. Right through there. I don't know if you can see it. That hump right there. That's Mount Pisgah. But for now, I'm standing on the summit of Little Pisgah. Baby Pisgah. And right over there is Mama. Nice climb up here. About 1,000 feet of elevation. Gonna try to go down here, and I think I could find another connector trail to get over to Mount Pisgah. I think there's supposed to be 2 different trails, but I'm trying to loop them together or connect them somehow. It might not be a loop. It still might be an out and back, but I'm gonna try to connect them. One way or the other, I'm getting to Mount Pisgah today. Even if I have to go all the way back and go to a different trail, I'm not gonna have to do that though. I'll find a way. But for now, Little Pisgah is in the bag. Heading down Little Pisgah right now to where it connects to the other trail to go to Pisgah, Mount Pisgah. I don't know why I keep trying to say Pisgah Mountain. I know it's Mount Pisgah. I do that with other mountains that I'm not familiar with, but this one, geez, I know what it is. It's Mount Pisgah. But if I do the out and back, I'll get to climb up Mount Pisgah, and then I'm going to have to climb back up Little Pisgah to get back to the trailhead. This that I'm on right now is actually the Mountain to Sea Trail. And then it connects with a different trail. I believe it's just called the Pisgah Trail, which goes up to Mount Pisgah. How many times can I say Pisgah in one video clip? But the Mountain to Sea Trail, I've done bits and pieces of. And I'm going to Thru-Hike it at some point. It's going to be spontaneous whenever I do. It won't be a planned one. Since I live in Western North Carolina, it's real easy to just pop on and start Thru-Hiking. Probably won't be this year because good amounts of sections are still closed and will probably be closed most of this year. But that is not going to stop me from doing a couple sections. This is one of those sections that I will be doing basically from Kauai, I think is how it's pronounced. It used to be Clingman's Dome as of last year. They changed the name. But in the Smokies is where it starts. So from there to here, section 1 and section 2, and actually maybe even part of section 3, I could do in just one big swoop of like 100 miles. Each section's like 40 and 60 miles. I think there's 14 or maybe 15. I don't know how many sections, but it goes all the way to the ocean, to the Outer Banks, which is really cool. That's why it's called a mountain to sea. It starts in the mountains, goes through the Piedmont, I believe they call it, and then the swampy areas into the ocean, out in the ocean, into the reefs and the barrier reefs and the Outer Banks. Good, definitely going to do that. I almost want to do it from the coast to the mountains though, because that would be very symbolic of my life and how I lived in the ocean. I lived in the ocean. I lived in Florida on the ocean, on the beaches. And now I live in the mountains. And the mountains saved my life. Been traveling to the mountains my whole life. But moving to the mountains and spending every moment I can in the mountains and through hiking changed my life. Read my book if you haven't, The Birth of a Thru-Hiker. You can get on Amazon. It's a small, short read, but jam-packed with a lot of information, twists and turns and emotions of how I became a thru-hiker and how that was my destiny. But I digress. The Mountain to Sea Trail really would symbolize that. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Could be this year, might be next year, might be 18 years from now. I'm way too spontaneous to plan things like that, because even when I plan them, things get changed. Like this year, I had a plan, but I knew there's a good chance that plan was going to fall apart. I didn't think it was going to fall apart for the reason it did, because of a blister that became infected, or a wound, I should say, that became infected, and then just feeling ill and having a lot of health issues that I had to deal with the doctors. Still dealing with them. And that changed what I'm through hiking. It doesn't change the fact I'm still through hiking this year. So again, I will be posting a video here shortly on that information on what I will be doing this year. I could tell you the Blue Mountain Trail is still one of them. That's the one I was invited to out in Oregon, in the Blue Mountains, the Llamas and all that. But can't wait for that. Anyway, I'm just babbling going down this hill. But Mountain to Sea Trail, I will be doing this shortly, this section here, amongst a couple other sections through the mountains, the big mountains of Western North Carolina. All right. I think I'm getting close to the intersection where I can jump on the other trail, because I believe this is the Blue Ridge Parkway right here, I believe, or it's Pisgah Highway, one of the two. But I'll be jumping on the trail to Mount Pisgah. Let's do it. Beautiful. Mountain to Sea Trail continues up there. And right over there is Mount Pisgah. This part of the MST is also called the Shut-In Trail. I forgot about that. I think that goes for almost 20 miles. By George Vanderbilt to connect the Biltmore House with his Buck Spring hunting lodge 17 miles away on Mount Pisgah. Pretty cool. But right there's Mount Pisgah. That's the prize today. So basically where I just came out there from the Shut-In Trail and the MST, going through this parking lot here. It's gonna be some epic views up there. And that beautiful tower. Most people don't like the tower, but on this particular mountain, I don't mind it because you could see that tower from anywhere 20 and 30 miles away, and you know that this is Mount Pisgah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be some great views. Oh, this is cool. I never knew this. This trail leads through Pisgah National Forest to the summit of Mount Pisgah, named after the biblical mount from which Moses first saw the Promised Land. This peak affords a panoramic view of Western North Carolina. 1.5 miles for this portion of the trail, 712 feet of elevation. I never knew that. I had no idea that that's where the name Mount Pisgah comes from. Now, I was raised in a very religious home, read the Bible through several times in my younger days. Just goes to show, you can't know it all. You can always learn something new. All right, here we got Frying Pan Tower, picnic area, and campground. I don't know if I'm going down there or if I'm staying on this stone thing. I suppose I should look at my map to see. Stone path it is. I'm pretty sure this is not what the trail is going to look like for this 1.5 miles. Boy, I'm really excited about this. I've been staring at this mountain quite a bit over the last 6 months or so. Not even, like I said, the tallest mountain here. Not even close to being the tallest mountain within a 100-mile radius. If I was to guess, I'd say it's, I don't know, at least, I think there's like at least 6,000 footers in this area of, like, you know, the 100-mile, 50 to 100-mile radius. So this has to be like 100 down in elevation, but yeah, it seems to be the mountain you can see from every which direction. Like I've already said. Now I'm just repeating myself because I know you want to hear that story again. But I'm quite excited about climbing this and putting it in the bag. Oh yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can't believe there's only one car in that parking lot. It is chilly out here. Absolutely beautiful day. Of course, to me, every day is a beautiful day. Raining, snowing, windy. The sun is just now shining for the first time. It's been cloudy the whole time I've been out here, so not really sure why that is. Sure is a beautiful day. You're like probably thinking, what the heck? It's really cloudy. But it's just gorgeous. The mountains are my home. It's right there. It's a couple hundred more feet, and the side of it with some beautiful rocks and cliffs. And down here, you could see into the farmland and meadows. Gonna be some great views up top, I could tell you that. I can't wait. Lots of stairs, very gradual. It's not stairs, stone steps. It's not wood stairs or ladders or anything like that. Just steps made of stone and rocks. Very cruisy and gradual, to be honest. You're going up, obviously, 700 feet in a mile and a half, but it's gradual. Little Pisgah was actually a more grueling climb than this was, I think. But as you can see, it just keeps climbing steps. How y'all doing?
That's what starts berating us. Oh my God. She did. Okay, she ended up doing it. Yeah. So
how y'all doing?
A day later, hey. Oh yeah, that's worth it.
That's extra work holding that all the way up the hill.
I'm used to it. Standing on the summit of Mount Pisgah. An absolutely beautiful summit with a little viewing platform with 360 views in every direction. Well, that's what 360 means. Beautiful climb up here, very gradual, nice stone steps. Absolutely killer views in every direction. Oh my goodness. This is stunning. 5,700 feet in the air. Got this big tower here. Not very beautiful up here, but it's cool that you could see it in every direction from down below because of that tower. I mean, you could see the mountain in every direction, but that tower gives it away of which one you're looking at, for sure. Absolutely beautiful. And Mount Pisgah is in the bag. So all these views are from this platform up here. Very nice to have that up here. And what's even nicer is I'm the only person up here. When I first got here, there were some guys talking, but they took off because being respectful let me have the views with out there talking or conversation going on. So that was very kind of them. But one more look at the top of Mount Pisgah. And now it's time to descend. So I get to go downhill of Mount Pisgah, and then I go uphill to go up Little Pisgah again. And then I'll go downhill a little bit, and then I'll go up Candler Knob, and then I'll go downhill again. Because I'm just going to do it out back. I don't really see that there's a loop here. So out back. It is no big deal. It's a short hike, even though I combined 2 different trails together. These trees are really cool. I love these trees. But very, very easy out and back. Just a little more climbing, which is fine by me. Wasn't that much climbing. I think 2,000 feet in like 3.5 miles. No big deal. So I'll do another maybe 500 feet going back the other direction. Everything else will be descending. So nice little climb. Hope you enjoyed those views in Mount Pisgah and the build up to it, Little Pisgah as well, but mainly Mount Pisgah. Hope you enjoyed those views as much as I did. Till next time, remember, live life.